Hello everyone. Today I'm going to give you a big and also a brief introduction to Arduino. This is a video brought to you by All-in-One, and what we just ask of you is subscribe to our channel, and you will always see the next and always updated with the new video we upload. We upload video on different platforms. So first thing is, what you ask yourself is, what do we use Arduino IDE for? Arduino IDE is a program or an application software written with C language, and that C language is a software that helps us write program in C. Then the software helps us to compile the program to Hex File. And what do you understand by a Hex File? A Hex File is a piece of binaries in hexadecimal format that a machine uses as an instruction to do its particular duty according to how the code is written. So what the IDE just does is that it gives us an interface. This is the interface of the IDE, an interface which we can write in a layman understanding in English, and after writing, what we just have to do is compile, and the program is going to compile the written English language into a machine language, which is in a form of hexadecimal number, and that hexadecimal number is uploaded direct to the microcontroller flash memory. So the microcontroller always run that program which it knows as a duty always when it is powered. So let's just go straight into it. This is the Arduino IDE. So what we are just going to do is, first thing is, when you want to create a new program, what you just have to do is go to new. If you have an existing program that you have written, you can open in this position. While if you can still open examples, I think there are examples given by Arduino company. So these examples will guide you on how to write code, though I know it will not be easy for beginners, but with you following my tutorials, you should have an idea of how to write your own first blinking code. So like you can see, you can just open this. Okay, let's open blink. You can see it opens another page. So this page contains the code. You can see the code is in English. Now anytime this code is uploaded, if you should click upload or you compile, it converts this written code into hex code. Hex code is what the microcontroller accepts. It doesn't accept anything C code. It doesn't accept anything assembly code. What it does is that it needs the assembler. If you are using assembly language, then the assembler needs to assemble that assembly language into hexadecimal values that the microcontroller understands. And if you are using C language like the Arduino, the C language, once you click the upload, what it does is it compiles the written C language in English format, compiles it to hexadecimal format, which is in the form of values, zeros and ones, and then binaries. And that code in a form of numbers are instruction that will be sent to the microcontroller, and the microcontroller just follows the duty. So let's go back. So as I was saying, you can also, and what you just have to do is, first thing, if you have okay, you can also go to the help center. If you don't have an idea of how the IDE works, you can also go to this place and go to reference to always get a little understanding of how you can use any programmed words in the Arduino IDE. So you can see different programmed words, the setup, the loop, what do they mean, control structure like if else, which we are going to touch in our tutorials, and do while. All these are programmed words used in Arduino IDE. So you shouldn't use these words when writing your code, and like using the words as a normal label. You can only use them where they are needed. So they are programmed words. They have their own instruction, and they have what each of them perform. So going back to our IDE, maybe after you connect, once you connect your Arduino Uno hardware, there are different kind of Arduino. They have Arduino, you can see all the boards, all of them, anyone you already bought, like mine I bought from eBay. So what you just have to do is select the board that is connected to your USB, then you go to the ports and also select the ports that the USB is connected to. These are important. You need to do this for you to send your hex code into the microcontroller. So why you can also be sure of, like, if you've already connected this the IDE to your microcontroller, you can get board information. Once you click get board information, it's going to send a serial code to get information about the Arduino Uno board that you have. So we also have we also have, you can also format is like you need to flash your Arduino, the code already inside, you want to remove it and put in new one. So we also have what is it called, let's say you've already written your first code. Let's open, for instance, we'll go to example, and let's open the blink code. Now for example, you are done with your code like this. You have already written your code. So first thing you are going to do is that for you to upload this code to your Arduino board, you have to select the Arduino board you are using, the ports, and when you are done with the ports, what you just have to do is go straight to Sketch and just click on upload, and this IDE will immediately compile the code to Hex File, then upload it direct to the Arduino, and you can see what you can watch direct in the Arduino hardware, how everything is working. And you can also create Hex File. Maybe if you want to use the Hex File to program, let me say, like for me, I learned the hard way, which is I designed my own demo board, which I was not using Arduino for the first time. So for me to program my ArtMega 328, which the Arduino Uno 3 uses in their Uno board, what you just have to do is generate the hex file, which is you upload. What you just have to do is export and compile binary. What this will do is that it will compile your code and convert it to hexadecimal value. So what you just have to do is plug in your already programmer that you got. Like me, I have the programmer, a universal programmer which I use. So what I just do is select the hex file, put my chip in the programmer, and send the hex file direct to the chip, and it will work just fine, the same as programming direct using upload with Arduino Uno. So if you don't have Arduino Uno, you can always generate the hex code and then send direct to your microcontroller. So you can also edit. You can copy from already written code and paste. There are many things you can do. Why? Let me explain. For instance, the first, when you open the Arduino Uno IDE, this is what you're going to see. Let's see void setup, and you're going to see void loop. Now, what do you understand by void setup and void loop? Void setup is just a program that runs only once. First thing, you need to know that any code in this location, open bracket, close bracket, any code inside this location is always running only once immediately you power the Arduino Uno. So this part is the part that you try and set your pin out of your microcontroller, setting your pin either input or output. Using libraries, you can include the libraries there. LCD, both setting your baud rate of your printing in your laptop screen. There are many things. What you just have to do is set them here. It runs only once. Why the void loop is where your main code is written. This is where you write your code, and what it does is that it runs the instruction. After running it, it goes back to the beginning of this void loop and keeps on running it constantly. So it keeps on running it constantly. So adding a library there, the Arduino company is one of the sharp companies which I trust. They are going far. You can see they have libraries. You can use their libraries in their code. Okay, so like they have their libraries in their code. Let me look for it. Okay, yes, I will include library. So what you have to do is they have different library. They have Bridge EEPROM. They have GSM module, Ethernet, keyboard, liquid crystal display, mouse, robot control. You can see both servo, stepper motors. They have different ID, Wi-Fi, wire. So all these ID, all these library are part of the program that helps you reduce the code you write. So including this library in the code makes it a little bit easier for you to write your code than writing from scratch. Like for me, I use OceanSoft's basic programming language, so all my code has been written from scratch. But for the Arduino, you don't need to write everything from scratch. But one thing is that you are limited. You may not know all the things you need to know about communication of microcontroller, the hardware, and all about the IC, which is the microcontroller itself. If you want to really know about it, you have to read the program file given by the company about the microcontroller for you to write your code directly to it. So this is just a brief introduction to Arduino Uno IDE. What you just have to do is click on the bell icon. Always, any comment, any question you have for me, always type it in the comment below. I will answer. And also, if you are okay with my tutorial, I always urge you to subscribe to my channel to see my next video. And my next video will be an LED blinking code, which is the introduction to how to write your LED code. And we also have other videos, so it's just the beginning. You will learn as much as you can. So never forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Take care, and thank you for watching.